And with that, the big question is now, can I save this race after I bungled the qualifying P13? You can see, like in the first split from the video yesterday, the conditions are horrible, you cannot see a lot, and we are racing, and I had a good start. Look at this, already attacking for... Oh, and there is already a collision. Maddie Sinclair, Neil Todd, and a third car was involved. I believe, was it James Steer? I'm not sure. Anyway, I gained 3 positions in order to get back after a horrible qualifying. Eduardo Gonzaga already gaining a position starting from 4, now in P3. Jesus Saavedra P12, Jack Davis P13. Neil Todd's race basically already over. Definitely will be a part of the replay highlight thingy at the end of the video. But whew, what a start! Whatever happened there, we know it was Sinclair with the blobby car. We saw Neil Todd and a third car, and judging that he has no front bumper, was it James Steer? We will see it later on. Anyway, welcome in Oschersleben, ladies and gentlemen, split 2 of the Clio Cup SoF League. And yeah, like I said, I am only in P13, trying to work my way up, getting a position back against Chris Butler, now in P9. I hinted at something in the last video in the split 1 race. But for now, we're concentrating on what will be happen in these rough conditions. Not easy to drive. What bungled my qualifying? Yeah, I love iRacing when it says how wet a track is, between dry, very slightly wet, lightly wet, and so on. And I chose the wrong tire. But enough of me for now. We are concentrating on what is happening in the race. Jesus Saavedra, number 2 driver from his iRating, but I mentioned it in the last video in Donington. He is learning the Clio, so we will see how long it will take him to master the car. But from what I have seen, he already improved. And now Cardo, that was close from that angle. Malson Cardozo trying to get in front of Daniel Hoffman, who won the last split 2 race in Lime Rock. Now again up there. Maybe someone who will be in split 1 sooner rather than later. But we will see. Ricardo Pratos, a new face. He had pole position. Lost 1, maybe 2 positions. Maybe he can get back. We don't know, because the iRacing overlay says, this is more important. And we accept it as it is. Cardozo trying to get past Daniel Hoffman. You can see the vision is still bad. Nothing has changed from yesterday's split 1 video. And thus the conditions were rough to drive. Here we are on board with Malson Cardozo. There is Daniel Hoffman. He tries to get to the inside. Hoffman's bumper already a bit damaged, but so far so good. This is good racing, hard racing. Down to turn 3. English is a difficult language. I cannot speak it seemingly. But yeah, so far so good. For Daniel Hoffman, he keeps P4. Meanwhile, Eduardo Gonzaga trying to get past Ricardo Pratos. But for the moment, Eduardo stays in P3. And who likes what is happening is Mark Kelly, already 3 seconds away from P2 and the whole group right behind that. Yeah, we had a car in the pits, Adam Brockton, maybe he was the third car in the starting crash. Like, I repeat myself, this one will definitely be in the highlight package. Meanwhile, me trying to get... Oh my god, that front bumper from James looks horrible. That looks horrible. Looks like I have a lot to take a look. Wonderful choice of words, I have to say. Yeah, I was so mad at myself for the tire decision I made, but yeah, that ruined my race. But the past is the past. Now I have to work my way back up. Like I said, starting from P13, now in P9. But P9 is not where I wanted to be. Chris Butler, number 10 in the P10 car, has the split 2 championship leader Jack Davis. You know, that unofficial split. And now I tried on the outside. Look, look, look. Will I get the job done? Not right now, but James, not the cleanest exit. Maybe a little bit of touch between us. I wasn't sure about it, but I am past James Steer and his demolished front bumper, putting me into P8. Yeah, like I said, the unofficial split 2 race. Oopa, Jesus, watch out. The championship rankings, unofficial, like I said, which I created with the custom point system. And in that, Jack Davis is the leader because he drove all of his races in split 2, and that helps, of course, for that. And right now he tries to get past Chris Butler. So far so good, and he is in P10. Nice little 4-car group here. Saavedra trying to defend against Cormier, while also Hoppa lost a little bit of the car. And here we have me against the blobby car. Maddie Sinclair and Patrick side by side. No, I go right behind him again. And I want to get past that wonderful blobby car. It's delightful. On the outside, difficult, almost impossible. Also watch out that James doesn't get past. This is not happening, but I want to get past him and put myself on the outside, down to turn 3, side by side, later braking, and wonderful. A masterclass of enough of myself. Thank you, plugin, overlay program, whatever. But that was a nice overtake on the outside, I have to say. Putting me in P7. And yeah, Maddie Sinclair, maybe he had... The car looks fine from that starting incident. Not like James's car. That front bumper, or the place where the front bumper should be, is now in P9. Meanwhile, Jesus still trying to fight against his surroundings. He is pretty close to Chris Butler. He shows his nose a bit, so hello, I'm there. And if you make a mistake, I'm in front of you. Just so you know it. Meanwhile, even though we are not seeing it, what is happening in the front? Mark Kelly 2.5 seconds in front of Eduardo. That lead has shrunk a little bit from 3 to 2.5. But then right behind Eduardo, Ricardo, Daniel, Mouse and Cardozo lost a bit of ground against them. But like I said, these conditions are so tough. One minor mistake, spoiler, could ruin your race. And the rain was getting stronger the longer the race went on. And you can probably can see it, that the rain got stronger. And Jesus, he is a fan favorite of the program, it seems. Gets a lot of airtime. Congratulations. And Mark Kelly with a mistake. Look, look, look. Just 1.4 seconds. 1.2 seconds. Eduardo. Maybe he gets an opportunity if Mark makes one more mistake. That gap has almost disappeared. And this also helps Ricardo Pratos and Daniel Hoffman, of course. Back to Jesus and Chris Butler. Have you paid the program to get that much airtime? I'm not sure about it. So far, apart from the starting crash, which was quite a big thing, it looks pretty fair, if you ask me. From, like I said, from what we see. And meanwhile, I try to get past Marcel Haldeman in the final corner. Put my nose in, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Meanwhile, Daniel Hoffman trying to do similar things with Pratos. Turn 1 on the inside, now outside for turn 2. And Pratos defends nicely. Good job by a driver, I believe, that drives his very first race in the Clio Cup SoF League. Maybe he's aware of the league, maybe not. We will see. If this turns out to become a name we will see more often, then he knows. Go check out the Discord and everything. You know the old YouTube spiel. And Mark Kelly Lawn. Oh, what happened there with Eduardo? From Eduardo, he lost many places, and this is what I meant. One mistake, we haven't seen it, definitely something for the highlight reel to see what happened there at the end of the video. Like yesterday, split 1. Now we have the race, then I will show you the standings, both the official and unofficial ones. And then at the end of the video, a few replays, a few highlights. And Eduardo's lose from P2. He was shown at P1. Maybe he lost it on the grass. We'll see. We will see. It will definitely be a part of, which means to make it all about me. Hello, RG Bargy. I gained a position and now I am in P6 where I should be from my iRating, but from pace, yeah. My race labs overlay said other things. That P6 is not where I belong, but right now I had to find my way past Marcel Haldeman, putting my nose in the inside there. The tiniest of touches, but this was fine. Getting to the inside, I assume, yeah, much later braking on the inside. Another overtake by me. Can Marcel counter? No, I am past. 2 cars in turn 3 on the outside, 1 on the inside, which brought me P5. Which would be a nice result after starting from P13. But now Maddie Sinclair is dropping a few positions. Oppa! What happened here? Pratos, Kelly, Hoffman, Chaos. What is going on? This is not the camera I want game. But Daniel Hoffman is leading as a result. And oh, now everyone is here, including me. Hello, blinking car. Goodbye. Ay. Hello, P4. And Mousen with a mistake. Can I take advantage, put the nose. No, I can't. Whew, what happened there? We have Mark Kelly, Eduardo, Maddie Sinclair, the start. Okay, we have 4 things I need to remember. I hope I remember them. But right now, I believe we are in the final lap. You know, the overlay, yada, yada, yada. And Mawson with a mistake. And look, look, look who is in P3. Me. From P13 to P3. Wouldn't that be an amazing comeback? Yeah, about that. That would be lovely. There's just one teeny tiny problem coming up. Spoiler. Almost losing it there. And goodbye, Patrick. You dum-dum. P3 is gone. Hello, P6. Super GT's most favorite position, but I was irate about that stupid driver mistake that cost me P3 on the outside against Eduardo, who had a slowdown, but I wasn't able to take advantage. Or do I? Ooh, a little bit of touch, but all good. Eduardo defended. It was fine. Totally fine with me. So yeah, and Mark Kelly, who was leading most of the race, and Daniel Hoffman, here easy, he wins. He takes advantage of everything that has happened, and that was a lot. And yeah, P6 for me. And like I said, from the pace, I should have been much higher up. I was much higher up at the beginning of the lap. I still don't know what I should think about it. It was glass half full, glass half empty. For me, it felt completely empty. I'm still kind of pissed at myself for that mistake in the final lap. But the rain was getting worse, the track was getting slower, harder to drive, but in the end, I made the mistake. No one else to blame but myself. So, and this are the unofficial Split 2 championship standings. And if this would be a real championship and not something out of Patrick had fun with it, this would be an interesting championship, don't you agree? Davis 78, myself 86. I said 78, right? I meant 87, of course. Myself with 86, Mark Kelly 82, Hoffman with 80, back-to-back wins. Neil Todd 73, Cardozo 71. That would be one interesting championship. And this is part of why I decided to take a look. Okay, how would it be if we only take split 2 into account, only split 1, only split 3, and split 2? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a championship. I like what I see. And yeah, like a custom point system that's different from the overall championship, because the overall championship takes a much bigger field into consideration, while this split 2 only thing has at max 20 cars, so it doesn't make sense to use the same point system. But speaking about the overall championship, we have seen it in the last video from yesterday. But where are our split 2 heroes? And the first split 2 hero, let me take a look. No, is me. P9, I lost a few positions, and if it wasn't for my dumb mistake, I probably would be in P6 without ever setting a foot into split 1. yeah, it still hurts. It still hurts. But best of the split 2 crew, so to speak. What do we have next? Maddie Sinclair, he is a mainstay in split 2, sometimes split 3. Spoiler alert, he leads split 3 by a wide margin. Then we had Mark Kelly, we had Eduardo, who has such rotten luck. Honestly, the last 3 races, I feel for Eduardo. Daniel Hoffman, 3 races, but 3 great races. Neil Todd, we saw him at the beginning of the race after he got killed. I also feel for him. Jack Davis, consistent, which also showed in the Split 2 only championship. And yeah, these are the results. I will let the other positions, the overall championship standings show the top 50. I will show them, and then I will say goodbye. But we are not done with the video, because now we are taking a look at the replays, and we will see if I forgot the 4 things I mentioned that I would want to take a look at in the replay. But I wish you good time. I hope we will see you again soon. Hopefully again next week with videos for 2 splits. We will see. For now, I wish you a lot of fun with the replay highlights, and